morning, namaskar. Welcome to this online trial yoga session organized by the Embassy of India in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. As we are facing the critical time of coronavirus nowadays, Embassy of India has decided to start certain online yoga courses for enhancing our immunity and strengthening our physical and mental health. So yoga is a good technique, ancient technique of Indian philosophy, developed over 5,000 years ago, and sage Patanjali has systematized the yoga knowledge in the form of Yoga Darshan, consisting of 4 chapters and 195 verses. So we have been practicing yoga for beginners. Yoga has got its power to increase the flexibility, enhance the strength, and bring the mental peace and inner balance of the body and mind and harmony in the body. So today we will take up certain asanas, activities, exercises, Sukshma Yoga, especially for those suffering from backache and cervical spondylitis. So it will be a sort of a therapeutic session. So let us start the session. Please sit in cross-legged condition. Index finger and thumb together. This is Gyan Mudra. Eyes gently closed. Spine erect. Shoulders comfortably relaxed. Inhale deeply and we will do humming 3 times. Inhale. Open your eyes. So, to include all the joints, there is a sequence of Sukshma Yoga Vyayam. This is called micro exercise. So, okay, please stretch your legs forward and we give activity and exercise to each joint, starting from the toes to the other joints of the legs, like ankle, knees, and the hip joint. Okay, so let us bend the toe fingers downward, pull them inward, push the toe fingers downward, and feel the impact on your toe finger joints. Bring them inward. One more time. Bend them downward and pull them inward. This is toe fingers exercise. Now we will take up the ankle. Push the forefeet downward and ensure that knees are grounded, not lifted. Feel the impact on your ankles joint. Pull the forefoot inward in such a way that your heels are slightly lifted up and there is a complete stretch in your thighs, knee joints and calf muscles, and of course the ankle joint. Bend the forefoot forward. Pull the forefoot inward. One more round. Push the forefoot downward. Pull the forefoot inward. These joints exercises, micro exercises or Sukshma Vyayam, are good for those suffering from arthritis also. Now we bend the forefoot toward the right. Keep them bent. Now bend the forefoot left side. And also ensure that the knees are grounded. Again, one more round. Bend the forefoot right. Bend the forefoot left. Now there are 4 points: forward, backward, left, right. So we rotate the forefoot clockwise. One more round, at least 3 rounds. Now reverse, anti-clockwise, touching all the 4 points: forward, backward, left, right. Slowly. You have to do the exercise in a very gradual and slow manner, no jerks. And depending upon respecting your physical capacity. Now next, after this, toe fingers, ankles, and now next joint is knee joints. Okay. So first is lift your right leg, holding from the knee joint, thigh, and rotate the foreleg clockwise. Slowly. Now anti-clockwise. Come down. Now hold your left leg from the thigh and rotate the front leg clockwise. Anti-clockwise. Come down. Now hold your again right leg, and I'll show you from this side. Kindly see this from the side. Hold the right leg and stretch the leg upward and pull the toes inward, push the heel outward. This is very good exercise for knee joint. Pull them, ensure that the knees are straight, not like this. They are straight. When you pull the toes inward and push the heel outward, and then knees, whole leg is straight. Very good. Feel the impact on your thigh muscles, calf muscles, and knee joint. Slowly, slowly come down. Now hold the left leg and stretch it upward. Pull the toes inward and push the heel outward and press the knee downward. You practice it up to the comfortable level. Gradually, this strength and endurance will increase. Now, this is a knee exercise. Now, coming for the hip joint. Okay, let us do butterfly exercise. Grip the toes with the hands, with the grips, and place the heels near to the perineum and spine straight, knees up and down. Do it comfortably. Now hold the hold the ankles and with your elbows push the knees, push the legs downward. Place the elbows on your thighs and push it downward. Feel the impact on your thigh joint, hip joint. Slowly come back. Sit in cross-legged condition. Now we have finished the joints exercises for the lower region of the body. Lower portion of the body means all joints in the legs. Now coming for the joints exercise for the in the hands. Now stretch your arms and bend your fingers from first joint, second joint, make the fist open. Bend the fingers, press it, make the fist open. One more round, bend, press it, close the fist, open. With the right hand, pull the keep the fingers spread and pull the fingers inward. This is a very good exercise for your wrist. Now push the hand inward. Come back. With your left hand, pull the fingers inward. Now push the hand inward. Come back. I'll come forward so that you can see it properly. Now make the fist and move the fist in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now rotate the fist, outward movement gradually. Inward movement. Now clasp the fist together. House the fist joints, channels together. At least last two channels, they are housed to each other, and stretch the arms forward without opening the fist like this. It should remain like this, and whatever be the level, if you are able to do this, fine, and gradually you will improve and increase the stretch like this. This gives a beautiful stretch and impact on your forearm, elbows, shoulders. Slowly come back. Now next joint is elbow. Elbow, you stretch the arms and with the tight traction, bend the hand, place the hand on the shoulder. Again, with the stretching, open the hands like this 2-3 times. This gives a beautiful flexibility to the elbows. Come back. Now place the fingers jointly on the shoulders. Now we will practice certain shoulders movement exercise and combine the elbows like this. And while inhaling, raise your elbows up, hold, and while exhaling, back and down. While inhaling, forward and up, exhaling, back and down. Inhaling, forward and up, exhaling, back and down. Now reverse. Inhaling, back and up, exhaling, forward and down. Inhaling, back and up, exhaling, forward and down. Inhaling, back and up, exhaling, forward and down. There is another exercise for shoulders movement. Place the hands on the waist and inhale and raise your shoulders up, exhaling, back and down. Inhaling, forward and up, exhaling, back and down. Inhaling, forward and up, exhaling, back and down. Now back reverse movement. Inhaling, back and up, exhaling, forward and down. Inhaling, back and up, exhaling, forward and down. Reverse movement. Inhaling, forward and up, exhaling, back and down. Inhaling, forward and up, exhaling, back and down. Now next exercise is for our neck joint. Those suffering from cervical spondylitis, they should not bend the head forward. Okay. This cervical exercise, neck exercise, is in two segments. One is flexibility exercises. So, and second segment is neck muscles strengthening exercises. So first we do neck muscles flexibility exercise. Inhale and raise your head up. Exhaling, head down. Inhaling, head up. Exhaling, head down, head normal. One more word of caution. Those suffering from vertigo, they should not bend the head backward. And those suffering from cervical spondylitis, they should not bend their head forward. Okay. Now inhale and exhaling, turn your head towards right. Inhaling, come to center. Exhaling, turn to left. Inhaling, come to center. Exhaling, turn to right. Inhaling, come to center. Exhaling, turn to left. Inhaling, come to center. Now we will tilt the head towards the right side and left side. Inhale and exhaling, tilt your head towards right, right ear near the right shoulder. Don't lift your shoulders like this. Let the shoulders be relaxed and bend toward the right side. Come back. Inhale. Exhaling, tilt your head towards the left. Come back. One more round. Tilt your head towards the right. Inhaling, come back. Exhaling, tilt your head towards left. Inhaling, come back. Now rotation of the head. Those having cervical, they should not rotate, come forward while rotating, and those with vertigo, they should not do this rotation. Exhaling, bend down. Inhaling, rotate the head clockwise. For cervical people, they should do half back rotation like this, back or half only. Others, they can do full rotation. Reverse. No jerky movements, gradual movements of the neck. Come back. Now neck muscles strengthening exercises. Make the grip and put it on your forehead. Push the head forward. Come back. Place your grip on the back of the head. Push your head backward. Come back. Place your right hand on right side. Push your head towards the right side. Come back. Place your left hand on left side. Push your head towards the left side. Come back. Place your grip below the jaw and push your jaw upward. It gives a natural traction to your cervical vertebrae. Come back. Now place your right hand on the neck pit and the left fist on the below the chin, and push your chin downward. Come back. So friends, these are the neck muscles exercises, neck exercises. Now we will practice certain asanas. Asanas especially for those suffering from backache. Okay, this is the Vajrasana. As we have seen last time in last episodes, if you are having some problem in sitting in between the heels, then you can put the cushion or the pillow below the ankle and in between the hips and the heels. Now this is Vajrasana. It is very good for digestion because it provides a lot of blood circulation to the abdominal region, because a lot of the blood supply is blocked by the knees. So it's good, and especially soon after the meals, one should not go for walk. Of course, one should go, but not immediately thereafter. After meals, it is advisable to sit in Vajrasana because it gives a yogic digestion. Now next is Mandukasana. Place the fists on the navel point and keeping the spine straight. I'm telling this posture only for those having backache. Keeping the back straight, bend forward. This asana massages the pancreas, and which regulates the secretion of the insulin. and that's why it's good for diabetes. Keep back straight, and in normal condition, when you are not having backache, then you can bend forward like this. Keep the chin straight, neck straight. Breathe normally. Slowly come back. Now I will show the Ardha Ustasana, half camel posture. Stand on your knees, legs and foot apart. Place the palms on your waist. And inhaling, bend, stretch your spine backward. This is half camel posture. Slowly come back. Relax. Now I will show you certain lying down condition, lying down postures. Okay. Lie down in the supine condition on your back and relax for a few moments in Shavasana. Legs apart, hands apart, eyes gently close. Alert. Now, first is Tadasana. Stretch your arms toward the head and legs downward, keeping the spine straight, and stretch your arms and legs in opposite direction, keeping the navel point at the center. Breathe normally. Slowly come back. Now next asana for those having backache is Ardha Ustasana, Ardha Uttanpadasana. Combine your legs, hands, palms down, and raise your right leg upward up to 30 degree and raise up to 60 degree, raise up to 90 degree, slowly come down, halting at 60 degree, 30 degree and down. Now similar pose is to be performed with your left leg. Raise your left leg 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. And slowly come down, halting at 60 degree, 30 degree and down. And those who are not having backache, they can do the full Uttan Padasana like this. They can do only up to 30 degree and hold it and feel the abdominal stretch and abdominal impact. The whole of the abdomen is strengthened. Now, for those having backache, they should do Ardha Pavan Muktasana. The Ardha Pavan Muktasana. They can bend their right leg and press it down. They should not lift their head or back up, only this much, and breathe normally. Come back. Now bend your left leg and press your leg towards your chest. Breathe normally. Don't lift your neck and head and chest. This is good for those having cervical and backache. Now bend your both legs and grip them and press your knees towards your chest, toes pointing downward. Slowly come back. Again, relax in Shavasana. At the end of asana, one should relax Shavasana from 2 to 5 minutes. It gives complete relaxation to the body and mind. Now slowly turn left and get up. This is a sequence of Sukshma Vyayam, micro exercises and asanas, postures. Now we will practice some pranayama, deep breathing exercises. Sit in cross-legged condition in Sukhasana, or you can sit in Ardha Padmasana, half lotus posture, or full lotus posture, Padmasana. And come sit in Gyan Mudra, index finger and thumb together, spine straight. Start deep breathing. You can place one hand on the chest, another hand on the abdomen. And when you starting full yogic breathing, first have abdominal breathing. Inhale deeply and bulge your belly out. Back. Exhaling, come back. And inhaling, chest breathing is inhale, expand your chest forward. Exhaling, contract your chest inward. And clavicular breathing, you can test with putting your right hand on your left shoulder. Inhaling, raise your shoulders up. This is inhalation in the upper portion of the lungs. Exhaling down. Similarly, you can test with keeping your left hand on the right shoulder. Inhaling, raise your shoulders up. Exhaling, shoulders down. Now, all the three breathings combined together, abdominal, chest breathing and clavicular breathing, is called full yogic breathing. So kindly start full yogic breathing. Inhale, abdominal breathing, belly out, followed by chest breathing, chest out, and raise your shoulders up for clavicular breathing. Now exhaling, contract the shoulders, chest and abdomen slowly. When you inhale up to the maximum capacity. And when you exhale up to the maximum capacity. When you are not able to exhale further, then start inhalation. Inhalation and exhalation should be slow, steady and deep. This is called full yogic breathing. Now, this full yogic breathing is to be performed at least for 5 minutes, so that there is a lot of intake of oxygen and full expansion of the lungs horizontally and vertically. Kapalbhati Pranayam. Reverse your hands on the knees in Chin Mudra and start exhaling and exhaling. In between the two strokes, there is a gap. Slightly inhale passively, but exhalation should be active. Start please with mild, medium pace, medium force. Come back. This is called Kapalbhati, skull shining exercises. Now, soon after the Kapalbhati, we should practice Anulom Vilom Pranayama. Left hand in Gear Mudra, right hand in Pranay Mudra. First two fingers bent and block your right nostril with the right thumb and inhale through left, block the left nostril, open the right nostril, exhale through right, again inhale through right, exhale through left, continue inhalation, exhalation, left to right, right to left. While exhaling through left, please conclude Anulom Vilom Pranayama. This pranayama is good for balancing our both the channels and balancing our both the attitude, because the left side of the nostril represents cool nature, Chandra Nadi, that is Ida, and right side of the Nadi is Surya Nadi, or called Pingla Nadi, having a warm, hot, or the strength. So combination of both left cool and right hot, there is a balancing of both the channels, both the attitudes, and in between the two channels there is a Sushumna Nadi, Ida, Pingla and Sushumna, and it gives a full deep relaxation. And in case of hypertension, headache, insomnia, anxiety, anger, if you perform a Nadi Shodhan or Anulom Vilom Pranayama for 5 minutes, be rest assured this your mind will be totally relaxed. So this is the benefit of the Anulom Vilom Pranayama. After this Anulom Vilom Pranayama is mastered, then you can go for the Nadi Shodhan Pranayama, which is done in relation retention and exhalation in 1:4:2 ratio. So we will practice it later on. So now sit steadily, comfortably in Gyan Mudra, and we will do humming 3 times just to conclude the session. Inhale. Sit calmly and just visualize your body from the toes to the top of the head, relaxing all the organs, all the parts of the body. Just visualize. Concentrate over your breath. Breath is our lifeline. It gives vital energy. Our energy level is also increased by pranayama. Fold your hands and pray to the Almighty for the health, happiness, peace and contentment in our life. Thank you. Embassy of India thanks all of you for joining this session and hope you have enjoyed. We will come back with the new postures, new techniques, new lifestyle methods in a yogic way. So this is end of this session. Thank you very much. Namaskar.